Gnanaprasanna from CSE third year. So today we are with Abhishek, who is recently got trained in HCL. So we will ask questions about his experience and the interviews and what are his expectations in current IT industry. So hi.
Yeah, hello.
So can you please introduce yourself to us?
Yeah, hello, hi. This is Abhishek Kathur. Like, I have graduated from Manil Ekona Institute of Technology and Sciences in the year of 2025. And I have earlier worked in a company called Hiringwood as a Moonstack developer. Like, it's a full stack development. It's a startup at T-Hub in Hyderabad. And currently, like, I have been trained in HCL Tech in the Java full stack development technology. And now, like, I'm into the project and I'm working currently in that. And earlier, like, I have participated in hackathons and I have won many of the hackathons. And coming to my technical skills, apart from the Java development, which is my core skill, I'm also having the skills in the AI, artificial intelligence, generative AI, agentic AI. These are some of the core skills which I'm having. And these are some of the skills and entire introduction about myself.
That was a beautiful introduction. So how did you prepare for your interviews?
Yeah, coming to interviews, actually it depends from company to company. Right? As we know, there are mostly two types of company: product-based companies and service-based companies. These product-based companies mostly need core coding knowledge, PSA. They don't care about your even your aptitude skills and all. They mostly take care of your DSA skills only. Even the first round of first round will be most probably the OA, online assessment. Like there you will be mostly, like, depending on company, they might be taking two DSA questions or three DSA questions or four DSA questions. It depends on them. Anyways, you need to clear like more than half to clear that one. And also mostly most probably there'll be around 2 to 3 interviews. It depends from company to company, and those 3 interviews also it will be a DSA round itself. Like we need to be very good at competitive coding, dynamic programming, really approach. We need to be very much aware of these techniques, like how do we solve this problem. And even in the interviews also we need to explain all the 3 ways of solutions: the better solution, the best solution, and the optimal solution. But that is how we can make the interviewer look more good. Like he will be understanding that we are having some stuff and all. Apart from this, this is the how we should prepare for these product-based companies. And next, coming to the service-based companies, like we need to have a good knowledge of aptitude, reasoning, and English. Because most of the service-based companies, like there will be one of the round which is HGD, which will be checking the core skills like our communication skills and how we are speaking and how is their accent, everything they will be checking in the round. And apart from this, we need to also know some basic coding. Like you can follow like some basic coding questions like 100 to 150 there. Like you can just prepare up to strings and arrays. This will be mostly enough. Some basic stuff will be enough. And apart from this, there is also another type of companies like which is like startups which are started recently, where they will be only testing your core domain skills. If at all you belong to AI, they will be checking your projects related to AI, like what are the different projects you have done. And coming to if it is related to Mernstack, like what are the different Mernstack projects you have done in the part of hackathon or as a part of your college projects. These are the 3 types of companies, like it varies from company to company. I think before going to an interview, just open the Geeks for Geeks or any website and you can check how the company interviews are going and all. You can also check in the Glassdoor, Ambition Box. You can verify the company and previous how they ask the question. It depends from company to company and interview to interview changes entirely.
Okay, so what is your experience on your training, during the training?
Like during training, like it was really good. Like our company training was completely different from how we are trained in the outside. Like it was completely systematic, and one thing is like they follow the timetable properly. Mostly if you take training outside, like it may delay 1 2
Please
days.
explain about your training experiences and what are the things you did in the training.
Yeah, it was really a great experience. Like it was completely different from how we are training in the college and outside in training institute, and in the company itself they are completely opposite. Like coming to in our campus, like we were around having like we were training for 8 hours a day, in which like 4 hours went for practical and 4 hours went for theoretical. Even they used to follow the systematic order, like the strict timings they used to follow. If we go to any institute, like there might be a lag of 1 to 2 days. Here, like one topic, for example, if we take a topic of OOPS, like they have finished the OOPS in the 4 hours, and the other 4 hours meant for the practical itself. Most priority, like in the campus or when you go to company related training, the main focus will be on the only practical things. They don't care really about your theoretical things. And one more good thing is we were having assessments, which is proctored assessments and monitored assessments, so that like we we don't have a scope to use any AI or cheat the exam. So we won't be having any scope. So we need to learn. We need to learn the whole day, and we need to work on that. And the training also changes from domain to domain. Like for example, if I take some courses like SAP, most of the companies there won't be any training for the SAP itself, because most of the SAP people they usually do the global certification. And also coming to in our batch Python, like it was completely different. Like from batch to batch it will be changing. And also some of the companies they also provide the training related to communication skills. Like in our company, like we're having C2C training, like this campus to corporate. Like just we need to understand like how to behave in the corporate, like how do we need to talk to others, like how do we need to address our managers or our CEOs or the CXOs, we need to know. So these are the one of the things which we are trained in. Like how much technical skills we have, how much training we have in technical skills, we need to also be same in the communication itself, because the communication is the main thing which matters.
Yeah.
And also in the training we are having the final assessments, like which is very important in any company. It might be any company. Like first the main goal is you need to clear. You don't need to get 100% marks, just you need to clear the cutoff. If you go to Infosys, like it will be around 70%, in Wipro it will be 60, in HCL in our company it is 50%, but it's not that much easy to cross. We need to work really hard. Like during our training, like it used to happen from morning 9 o'clock to 6 o'clock, and we need to reach to our PC, and we used to work from 8 to 10 p.m. on the topics which were given. There used to be weekly assessments, weekly twice assessments, and they used to also give us some works to do. We need to show them the demo. And one more important thing we need to do in the training is the capstone project. Like it really matters a lot, because once the training is done, like there will be an interview, like there will be project interviews, for which they will be mostly asking about the capstone project which we have done. Like it is completely different from the what we have done from the college project. Like in the college project, like how we used to do, like one person used to do everything and we used to tell like we have done this one, we have done that. But here it's not like that. Like we will be divided into team randomly, and everyone needs to work on that thing. I need to work on a specific feature, and the other guy need to work on a specific feature. Other guy need to work on a specific feature. Everyone needs to know like what we're working on and how we worked on, how it's working. We need to be able to explain. Everyone needs to be able to explain. If you take the college projects or any seminars, like one people will be there who will be talking, and other people will be staying student. But it won't work in corporate. This was my experience in my training.
Experience. So, what is the biggest challenge you have faced during the training?
Biggest challenge, like one is time. One is the time, because we used to have very less time. Like entire 8 hours, it used to be very much packed, and we don't used to have time. And the other thing is like one mistake I did is like my core background was usually Python and JavaScript, but I was selected for the Java. Like I have learned Java, like only theoretical part I have learned, that is as per the semesters. Like I haven't that much focused on the coding, and I didn't go deep breath into JDBC, these all things. Like it was completely new for me. So the initial days of my training, I really struggled to learn the Java, because whenever I try to write Java, like Python used to come, JavaScript used to come, everything I used to do. So while writing the code, I used to face many problems I used to face. But consistently I tried practicing, and it also helped me. And this is one of the biggest challenge I face. And we need to be learning like one language, we need to learn consistently. But one thing we need to do is like first, before applying any job, first we need to know the job description properly. Like I thought before going to an interview, anyways Java, right, I'm having theoretical knowledge, like I will be doing it, and I have done it. But I was having a minimal time of 3 months. Like in the three months I have played, I didn't learn Java and all. And once I went for the training, like it was really very difficult for me to cope up, because they won't start from basics. They go from the direct from the point to point. They go from Spring Boot itself. For knowing Spring Boot itself, we need to know core Java properly. Even for any role, even for the .NET also, they won't teach you C#. They will directly go into the .NET. Even in the Python also, they won't teach you Python. They will teach you for 1 day or 2 days. That's it. In the 1 day or 2 days, like learning is very much difficult. So we need to be prepared. Like before attending the interviews only, we need to be keep prepared. And after the interview also, we need to start learning till we get the offer letter. We shouldn't enjoy that period. Everyone usually enjoy that period. But if at all we are very good at that specific thing, we can enjoy. But if at all we are not good, or we are somewhat good, we need to try to learn that. It will be, yes, it will be really helpful at that time, so that you can enjoy that time. Like most of my friends enjoyed that time. I used to read that time.
Yeah.
So we need to be prepared properly for that.
Okay. So how resume plays an important role during the training or interview or anything? How resume plays an important role?
Actually, resume is the one thing which is very much important because it shows what's your skill and what's your domain are.
Mm.
Like one thing is like before preparing resume, don't make it too big. It needs to be one page, and also though we should never keep our photo. Like some companies accept, some companies won't accept photo. Like it needs to be concise. Like how much short it should be. It needs to be that much short. And also some people like what they do is like they mostly keep small projects. Like they have done a simple web page. They have done a simple landing page. Those as the projects. Company really don't want those things. They want like what real-time projects you have done, like inventory management system. Like we need many many things need to come into this. If you take an e-commerce application, many things, inventory management, product management, everything's like these enterprise level application projects we need to keep. And even coming to the AI projects, they simply do diabetes prediction and they keep in the resume. It won't like it is simple project. It's the first project provided, which everyone does. Even nowadays, even the 9th class guy is also able to do the specific thing. Like we need to take some real problems which is facing in the society or in the outside which we are facing, and we need to work on the specific thing. And we need to also how we need to do is like we no need to explain entire thing. Like what's the problem, what's the solution you have given. Like we need to mention the accuracy, like how much accurate it means. We need to like enter the number, like it has reduced the complexity by this much. Like it was this much accurate than before every compared to the past projects. Like past like there will be many apps applications. So you need to explain like this. And coming to the second biggest mistake, everyone does it like they keep random skills. If at all I have learned Java, Python, C, C++ in my BTech, they'll be keeping these 4 things. What interviewer will be thinking, like he thinks that everyone knows everything and they will be start asking questions. Like they might know that thing, but everyone won't remember everything. They will be rejected at time. Just mention 2 languages or 1 is enough. Like you will be knowing, like if it is a Python related or AI related, you just keep Python 1 language and keep AI, ML, enough, these are enough. And also GenAI enough. What everyone does, like everyone will keeping NLP, they will keep transformers, everything they will be keeping.
So
and they will be only looking at the keywords. By looking at the keywords, they will be asking what are transformers. And they won't be able to answer. And interviewers gone.
Yes.
Like this is how we need to keep only specific skills. Like we need to keep, for example, just keep a like for example web development, you can keep HTML, CSS, Java. It is the basic thing like, which everyone needs to know. Keep a simple backend skill. Like if you are related to Python, keep just a Flask or Django, anything. If at all related to Java, keep Spring Boot or anything. Anyways, if you are related to AI, anyways for the deployment, you need to know some backend technology, either Fast API or Flask. Like accordingly, you need to keep. This is how you need to prepare your resume. Also, don't forget to mention your achievements because that plays a really major roles, and also internships that you have worked on. Because whenever like any interviewer look at your resume, they first look at your achievements and your skills, and also they look at your what are the internships you have done. These 3 plays a major role. They even won't look at the CGPA, how much did you get, 10 points or 8.5, it doesn't matter. It's just a qualification scenario, that's it. You need to just cross the specific thing. This is about the resume part.
So, do you think the current freshers who are going to the industry, so what are the skills and what are the things they need to prepare and what, based on the current IT industry, so what are the things?
First thing first, like nowadays everyone are preparing practically and they're coming into the companies. And there also in the training itself also they are learning only practical things and they are leaving the core coding part aside. Due to which everyone are like getting kicked off from the companies. This is the one thing. So whatever you learn, first you try to learn practical part. Theory anyone can learn nowadays. I can also sit the whole night and I can also learn. Theory doesn't matter. So you need to know the practical thing, how we need to work on the specific thing. First we need to know. Apart from this, like second thing is first know to which side you want to go. First we need to have a clarity. Like we shouldn't do that. I will be able to do in Java full stack. I'll be able to do Python full stack. I'll be able to do Moon stack. It should not be like that. You need to set your career path where you want to go. So that if at all you want to go to MERN stack, learn the MERN stack skills only. You only focus on the specific things, you only go there, you only apply for those companies so that you can easily crack those things. It will be easy whenever you go to the specific company. Even that is one of the mistake I have done. Initially, coming to my career background, first I learned Python. Later my first job was based on MERN stack. Now it is Java. Like what till now also I'm facing while writing the code, I'm mixing everything. I'm also facing this thing. This is the one thing which you need to be focused on. Second thing is like we all know it's generative AI. We need to be learn like as much as possible. Just don't depend on like we need to able to know how to write the code, but utilize the AI how much it is. Because mostly nowadays everyone are using Claude AI for the development. Because nowadays like projects needs to be done in the minimum amount of time. For that like manpower like it's very difficult manually while doing. So nowadays automation is getting into the picture. So we need to learn like doing how to do automation and all, and also generative AI and agentic AI. These two really plays a very major role now and in the future also. Even companies are asking from fresher to even CXOs also. Even CXOs also like they were being forced to learn the Gen AI and everything. Even the HR managers, they don't know to do like they won't get a chance to utilize it, but they are also like getting pressure from the upper higher managements to learn this generative AI and all things. Because if at all we want to sustain in the current market, one skill which we want, like, which we need to learn apart from our core skill is generative AI, agentic AI. These two are the main skills. If at all you know these two skills, no matter how you can sustain. Apart from this, DSA, which we need to do consistently, that plays a really big matter. Because I can agree, like once we go into the projects, we don't really get a time because we'll be busy in the project itself. We won't get a time to practice. Or even I too forgot the DSA. I used to earlier in my BTech, I have done around 300 to 400 problems. Now even I am not able to do those problems because my consistency is gone. Like I haven't done because the DSA is entirely different and what we do in the projects is entirely different. It changes. So what we need to do is that per day we need to keep at least one problem and we need to work. And also apart from that we need to give as much as interviews we can because we'll be knowing when you meet different persons, like we'll be knowing different mindsets and different people will be having a different perspective on that, so that from that we can be learning.
So thank you for spending your valuable time and sharing your experiences and all the things to us. So we will make sure to keep this in our future when we go to interviews and anything. And thank you for sharing your valuable time.
Yeah, you're welcome and all the best.
Thank you. And I also wish you the all the best and your all dreams and your dream jobs come true.
Yeah, sure. It will sound up.
Thank you.